welcome back to Yenny Time 9. So, today we'll be doing some fusion. So you may wonder, why fusion? Well, because people who start in year 10 or 11 might be starting some kind of CAD or even beforehand. So, simple start, we're showing you how to make a simple object and do stuff with it. So first of all, to move, middle click, and to spin around, press shift. Can be a little awkward to get the hang of at first. So, now let's make sure it's all blank. We normally start off by pressing top up here and creating a sketch. So let's make the sketch using the rectangle. Let's make a rectangle, since it's all in millimeters, be 80, which is 8 centimeters, by 120, which is 12 centimeters. You can finish that and then change the angle. And let's make it too high. Then we have a little simple box. Now let's say we wanted to put something on it. We just select that as our plane. But let's just make it a little more confusing. Let's make a plane 1 millimeter off of it. So we use this little button and we put in 1 millimeter. Now it's just about not touching. It's easier to see once you have something on it. So let's create a sketch with that. Let's say the sketch is 1 centimeter off, like that. So let's just do the same with that side. 1 centimeter, and then 1 centimeter. And we can simply just turn that from the corners into a box. If you choose select and you press the delete button, then you can just delete those little lines there. Let's say you want it 7 high. 7 high it is. And let's say we want it to go in. So this is, let's say, 6 by 3. Yeah? So as you can see, they're not touching. Just so you can see better. Anyway, so over here you can press on this to pin chamfer. So you'll need that for 4 sides. So you press over here, and you want to choose 2 distance. So we can, let's say, go 20 and 70 down. And then do the same for the other side. Chamfer 20 and then 70. And let's say you want to do 2 sides at once. You press this, press Control, and then you choose the 2 sides you want. You choose 20, and then 70. Okay, done. Now let's inspect this. So the length should be 6. Now let's try the width. So that's 90 degrees. Nice. Inspect. Ooh, 20 point. That's not right. So something went wrong with the chamfer. So we're going to do edit feature, and I believe it's 15. So this should be 30. Now, if that still is not correct, check in the sketch if this is all correct. So this should be 10. Nice. And this should be 6. It is not. So what we can do is we can change this a little. Wait, so the length was fine. So we keep the same length. Just want to move it to about there. Let's have a little look. So width is now 60. If in doubt, you can press and on the lines and delete the squares. Mistakes happen. Keep that corner so you can go in and down. So that one, make it 60. Finish sketch. Now, as you can see, these two did not work. So you can delete them. So now you have this again, where you can quickly chamfer these two down by 15 balance 70. Now chamfer 15 and 70. There you have it. This is 3 and this is 7. If in doubt, edit feature 20. Okay. Now, let's say you want it attached. You can take this and move it. You do that, which you notice is negative, so you just do -1, which is -1 millimeter. Now, they are touching. You can see that like that. Let's say you want them to be one thing though. You press new component. Just to make life easier, always choose from bodies. Then type standard. I have this as one whole component. And yeah. So now we can press on this thing up here and render it as whatever we want it. So the way we do that is we press on that and we choose ourselves a nice thing. So let's do a nice glossy red for that one. Actually, let's make the whole thing a nice glossy red. Let's choose our scene settings to be a field. We drag that on there. Let it load. And now we're in a field. Can't see that because if you go into settings, reflections on, might see a little bit of greenery as you can see there. But the best way to see it is if you press on appearance. Wait, sorry, never mind. Scene settings. And then in here, in environment library.
Welcome home. It's nice.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, that you can change the background, but that'll take a bit too long to find. Anyway, let's say you want it to turn into John. Let's do from design. And let's save it as blob. Because we can. All caps. Contents for assembly. Create new from scratch ISO. And that. Let's make it A4. Always choose the lower one. Now we have our drawing loading up. This might look a little confusing though. So let's first of all make it a 1:1. Make it a little bigger. And let's choose northeast isometric since that's what you normally have. Now first of all, now you can place that down and don't make sure you don't press escape because that just deletes the entire thing. Which means you will have to sadly go over here from design and do that again. Pressing escape just messes it up. So 1:1 with northeast. So let's say put that down. Now press enter. Delete everything else around it if you don't want it. That's just for normal things. Then what we can do, we can edit view. Let's say we want 1.5:1 so it fits, and let's make it shaded so then I can see it like that. Let's move it, and there we have what we made nicely put out. Save it as blob drawing, and there we go. You have just done Fusion. But let's say you want to just do a little bit more. Go into animation and just have fun. You can take this, you can move it, however you want it. Like that. And then you can move it along the timeline. Then we have something like this. Move it along the wall. And then we can make this, just do a simple spinny. If we put it 360 degrees. Press OK. Move along. Move back. And move that back at the same time. One other way of moving it best is if you press on it, you can just press Restore Home. And we have it. Shorten that down to that. And let's have a little look what we've created. There we go. I think that's all you need to know for now. I hopefully will have more time to get more videos out. Sorry, it has honestly been too much, but that's what we have for now. And I will see you next time. Goodbye!